Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now back to throw. back with one complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Back to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Barrett now on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you've got a guy that hot, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. To throw is Barrett, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now let's go. Blue Liney. Blue Liney.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man right side is Sharp. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to succeed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down, Barrett to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hot!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football.
And a loose football. But thankfully this is corralled by the offense, so they will in fact hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Barrett. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out come the Jags. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Green 39. Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Oh, look at that. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Gone.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Barrett looks to throw on first. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On second down, it's Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Barrett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They'll set up to throw. Sharp's got it, left side. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught. at the 2. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Young. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Mike's 50. Flex round.
A final shot before break. Barrett, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks over it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on second down. Barrett escaping the pressure right. Got his man on the comebacker. That's Young. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barron. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Barron toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
throwing on first down. Barrett, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Barrett eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Barrett. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Barrett now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Operating from the gun. Barrett, he's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Barrett on play action. Steps away. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Then he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Barrett finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. Barrett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on second down, Barrett throwing the out route incomplete. That's Young. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw Barrett. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They find some open field here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Looks like he'll throw here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.